50 billion in foreign reserves might look juicy, but what if I told you that money doesn't actually belong to Nigeria? It's other people's money warehoused in the CBN, and a good chunk of it will be withdrawn before the 2027 elections. What if I told you the Naira is stable because the CBN is hoarding dollars for two reasons? Stronger reserves are good for election campaigning, and they need to accumulate enough dollars now to pay back all the money they have borrowed and all the money they intend to borrow. What if I told you the Nigerian Stock Exchange is up because foreign investors know the Naira is artificially weaker than it should be, thanks to the CBN hoarding dollars? So if they park their money in the stock exchange, they can get far better returns than they will get elsewhere. What if I told you your cost of doing business could be much lower than it is now if the CBN released more dollars into the market as opposed to hoarding it? Everything the CBN is doing is geared towards helping the governments look like a better debtor so it can borrow the $20 billion it wants, win the 2027 elections, and accumulate enough funds to repay its debts when the bill comes. So if you are paying higher prices today to run your business and fund your personal expenses, don't let anyone deceive you into thinking it's temporary pain for long-term gain.
God has a fortuitous way of working things out. When they wrote T-pain, I was happy because that is exactly what it is. It's T-pain. It's temporary pain that will lead to, an extensive, pleasantry and something good for the nation.
You are suffering today so the Tinubu government can borrow the $20 billion it needs to win the 2027 elections. And it's only going to get worse because the government can't keep this game going for long. After the 2027 elections, one of two things is going to happen. It's either Nigeria's creditors submit their invoices for payment of the huge loans the government took, or foreign investors sell off their stocks and treasury bills to lock in their inflated gains. When that happens, the foreign reserves will start to drop rapidly. The Nigerian Stock Exchange will crash as investors sell. The Tinubu government will have already won the election, so they will allow the value of the Naira to crash by up to 30%. The cost of doing business will rise because of a weaker Naira and because the government will be more aggressive about collecting taxes, and the prices of goods and services will rise. And of course, poverty will rise along with it.